Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm trying to learn C++ completely from ChatGPT. Right now, I'm working on a to-do app for a project, and I am failing in the part where I'm supposed to remove a certain to-do. Currently, I'm getting this weird bug that says the object has type qualifiers that are not compatible with const to-do. So I'm just gonna try and mess around, fix this. Like, what if I get rid of this ends? And yeah, that's not working. Like, what if I get rid of this const end ends? And yeah, that seems to be working. And then the last thing I think would make sense is to then display them again. Yeah, that's not how it works. How do I get an item of a vector if I have the iterator? So I guess I can just create it with, I can just dereference the iterator, if that makes sense. And maybe this shouldn't be const. Like, I'm pretty confused about using const ends. I'll probably have to ask about that. And also the last thing I need to check is if it simply did not find it at all, then it shouldn't erase it. So if iterator not equals todos.end is how I would do that. If not, I should give a reasonable message. Okay, now let's test this code. So let's add a task and let's call it wash the dishes, and let's say make sure to scrub well as a description. Okay. Now we can view our to-dos. Now let's say I would like to remove. So let's say 1. And here it says wash the dish has been successfully removed. So let's view them all. And we get nothing. So yeah, that works. Okay, the other thing we need to do is figure out how to save and load. I'm also going to get rid of these annoying things where they save back the answer, because that was just for debugging purposes. And now we have 2 more options where we either save or load. So now let's create 2 more conditions. So the thing about saving it is you need to create it in a format that will later be, that you can later read from. But the first thing I would have to do is obviously include the F stream. And now I think I can just say, if I would like to save it, I need to do output F stream, and we're gonna call it output. And now we should be able to write through it. So finding a good format to do this is probably going to be the hardest part of the entire section. For now, I'm just going to work on writing, so let's loop through this all. And now, I think we're going to say output, and we're going to then write. I think I'm just going to write each part of the data and separate it by commas. So this hopefully should be able to write all the data. Now I am going to have to figure out how to do this in here, not an online version. And it'll say it's working. Or just run it from the terminal. So let's say I would like to add a task. Let's say wash dishes. And let's say make sure to scrub well. And now let's click save and see what happens. And now let's go check our output.txt. And yeah, this seems to be working. And it stores simply this as a 0 because it's a boolean. Yeah, that seems to be working. I also realized it kind of doesn't make that much sense to have something marked as completed or not, because I realized you would just remove it if it is completed. But whatever. That seems like a feature I added without really thinking it through. Now this will probably be the hardest part, which is to load everything. I don't really feel like working on that today because I feel like I'm going to have to go into a lot more diving in how to parse strings in C++. That's for tomorrow. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hope you subscribe. Like always, bye-bye.